Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. This is Tobago Tuesday, and I am Anchor Will, taking you to Tobago, where we're talking Chamber of Industry and the Christmas season. My next guest is going to give us some insights as to how Tobago is getting ready for the season. So joining us this morning is Mr. Curtis Williams, the chairman of the Tobago division of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce. Mr. Williams, good morning and welcome.
Good morning to all your viewers and listeners on TTT. It's a pleasure being here.
It is an absolute necessity to have the conversation because Christmas means shopping, and shopping is commerce. So we're jumping straight into the conversation, asking what it looks like for Tobago when we talk Christmas season so far.
Well, Anisha, coming up from the last year to this year, we've seen some sort of difference. Last year, we definitely was a bit out. We were really flat on activity on the island. And this year, we're now having that framework. And so the outlook is not as buzzing as we expect it to be, but we are a little better than last year coming out of the woodworks as we see presently. We look closer to the upcoming 2 weeks because we have approximately 2 weeks left before the real Christmas is upon us. And from my small survey that I've done with some of the suppliers and business on the island, they're all prepared and waiting. The warehouses are filled to capacity, and they are waiting for that rush, because we always the last minute set of folks that gives you that rush coming closer to Christmas. So we're looking for that rush, that business coming in.
Right. Slow and steady wins the race, they say. So that rush should do the trick. But in terms of the preparation, or even before preparation, let's talk a little bit about the other season that was very close to Christmas, the cruise ship season. How did that at all impact the Tobago commerce scene?
Well, our relationship with the Port Authority have been very, very positive so far, and we appreciate that. And we want to say thanks to the management and staff, even the board of the Port Authority, for that kind of cooperation that we have. What happened with the last meeting with the port decided that we'd try an effort to bring the ship on the other side of the dock, due to the fact that when the cruise ship is in Port of Spain, it poses a bit of challenge for the cargo vessel. This was discussed with us a couple months ago, and the effort was there. There were some challenges with getting the vessel on the pier from the captain, safety reasons, and we decided that we can't go with that motion that we wanted to, because we already dredged the harbor and we were looking forward to that. So now we're waiting for the pier to give a bit of extension, and then the vessel will be able to be safely docked on that side. So what we knew about this before, we had a plan in place. We had the chart of all the days when we expect the ships, and also we had that whole schedule. So what most of us did now, we plan our sailing accordingly to that schedule, so that we won't have much disruption in our production or in our movement of goods between the island. And so far that have been working fairly well. And we want to applaud the port to continue liaising with the Tobago division and sharing that information, which is critical, and for us to know the times out and the times in. And we see for December, most of the times because we know in Christmas and Boxing Day is going to be a busy day, they're probably going to have a couple of ships in based on our port of call. And they're going to be a length of time when the vessel won't sail. That's supposed to be Christmas Eve and going all the way back to the 28th or around there, 29. But as we all know, the day before Christmas, if you don't have the stock in, it doesn't serve any purpose. And going all the way back, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, no one wants to be sailing between Trinidad and Tobago. We all want to be there with our family and friends and then enjoying the season. So that's basically what's happened through that period. The cruise ship period is really exciting for us. We have a lot of commerce happening on the island when the ships are here, especially those larger ones. And we knew about the negative fallout we had before with the maxi taxis drivers and them. And all of that have been cleaned up and everything is back to normal. And we're looking forward to the exciting times ahead with the cruise ship coming up.
Resolution is always good, so very glad to hear that the Maxi Taxi Association conversations have been, yielded some sort of resolution. Now, granted though that you talked largely about preparation in advance of the cruise ship season, I'm taking it back to the Christmas season now, because the preparation towards that end would have been forecasting as well. And if you're saying to me that we're still waiting for that rush, do you think there are things that you will be doing differently next Christmas season, already based on the results that you're having currently?
Well, definitely. When we look around and we see the landscape, then you definitely will do some planning going forward. Coming out of that, we somehow the Tobago economy needs some bit of stimulants, and we definitely need to see in 2024 going forward. We know that's when, but because the framework is set in 2023, so 2024 is when we really need to see the real commerce, and we're going back to those days, pre-COVID days, when things used to be buzzing on the island. We're looking forward to the event of calendar for 2024 that will give us that whole inspiration, and we definitely can really plan it as a business community. And so we look forward to the domestic tourism, because that's the big thing now. That's the big chat now, the domestic tourism. So we want to stay vacations. We want you guys to come across from Trinidad and spend the time here instead of going to Miami or you're going to Barbados. You can come to Tobago for 3 to 5 days and give us a bit of service. We have a lot to offer, and I think we should focus a lot on the domestic tourism. Whilst we're looking forward to the international tourists, though, because we're looking for the direct airlines coming into Tobago, and I know the THA have been lobbying a lot for that. And we look at areas, and let's look at this simple Africa. You can imagine we having a direct flight coming from Africa to Tobago. It's only 5 hours away from Tobago to Africa. You cross the Atlantic, you reach Africa right there. So you can
Right there.
imagine that. Direct flight coming from Africa to Tobago, man, that will be a bloom. That will be a game changer for Tobago. So those are the things that we're trying to push the THA and the central government to, have conversation about those things. It's important. And because we have that direct injection of flights coming in, international flights to Tobago, and it could really do a boost to our international product. On the domestic side, we have the fast ferry. Guys take full advantage of the fast ferry. They move daily, and you guys can come across and spend that lovely 3 5 days. The villas are available; they are all available. Villa rentals, hotels. I mean, we have one new stock come on board, and then we have the rest of the hotels that are doing a bit of refurbishing as we speak. And so we all ready and waiting for that stay vacation from our local and domestic tourists.
All right, well, Mr. Williams, see you soon, I suppose, as that drive or that thrust towards domestic visits will certainly augur well for the next season. And so until we talk again, all the best for the current Christmas season, and thank you very much for joining us on the Now Morning Show.
And I want to say thanks to you guys, and all the best for the season, and a happy and prosperous new year to you guys. Take care.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We, of course, will talk before the season, man. But for now, we are taking a break. And when we come back, we celebrate the season in our own very now way. Stick around, guys.